Hello and welcome to this podcast. It is called the Millenial Podcast, created by three 15-year-olds. Say hello.
Yo, horsecock. All right, that's it, 14 pounds of it, but all right.
14 pounds.
That was not the greatest start to this podcast, but whatever.
I am slowly starting to regret this. How has y'all's week been?
That was something original.
How has y'all's week been?
My week's actually
It's been pretty.
yeah, no, like you said, my week's been pretty good too.
Yeah,
I
it's
only had
been
to go
pretty
to school
good
about 3
except
days
for
this week, so
it's been pretty good except for that we
My week's
live in
been
the
pretty
United.
good Besides one of the topics that we're gonna get into, so.
It's been pretty good for me, other than the fact that we go to a high school in the United States of America, because in this
AKA
past
shooting
week,
range.
a shooting
range.
threat
A
was
shooting
posted
range.
about not only
God,
our high school, but high schools, two other high schools in our area, in our town. And luckily nothing happened, but that is a big issue in today's society that
Yeah.
I am wanting to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Because today and nowadays, every person and their mama has a gun, and whenever someone bullies them,
well, it's not
they're
that really
snowflakes.
it's not that really everybody and their mama has a gun. It's just that really kids who decide that for some reason, God knows why, they want to kill a bunch of kids. They need a gun, obviously. Now, if you're a kid, you obviously can't get a gun unless you're part of a gang or part of some fucked up part of town where they give guns to kids.
Al-Qaeda.
They will go to their parents and get their parents' guns. Because obviously, everybody's parents own the gun, safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do believe that is the
It's
parents'
sad to
fault.
think, though, like, is that our generation that started that, basically, where it was almost a trend now to shoot up our schools if we have a problem with anyone at our school?
I mean,
Instead of,
I think it all started at Columbine.
Yeah, they were the real trendsetters, if I do say so myself. They were the trendsetters that started all of this. But when I think that first school shooting let off a lot of them, and it let off a lot of hate in our children's, honestly.
And it
I
all
think,
started
because
like
our parents didn't know how to hold in and actually teach us how to express ourselves more in the better ways, talking it out more instead of, holding it in, not telling anybody.
parents today do not
telling
care. I'm just that
That's another
I
thing,
think
too.
parents today just do not care.
I can name three people whose parents probably don't give a crap what they're gonna do, or what the kid's gonna do.
Yeah. They always think that we're just,
I'm not gonna
we're
anyway.
snowflakes. We think we're all snowflakes. But that leads them to not helping us, As our generation moves on, we just keep getting worse. And unfortunately, I think by the time it goes to 2030, this will be a regular thing that we see on the news. It already is, but it's going to be more often, So,
We're going to be having already we have monthly fire drills in case the school catches on fire. I believe in the next 10 years or so in the United States, schools will be having monthly, hopefully not weekly,
monthly.
lockdown drills and shooting drills, stuff like that. Because we only have like
Wait,
what?
you're wrong. It's not even gonna be in the next 10 years. It's gonna be in like the next 3.
Hopefully it
Most
doesn't get to that,
likely.
Most likely with how stupid some people are.
Yeah. But I do see, there's I don't know if y'all seen this on Instagram, but there was the coach that talked to the school shooter out of shooting it up. He took the guns out of his hands and just gave him a hug. I don't know if y'all ever seen that on Instagram. I thought it was pretty cool. We need more, more people.
I've ever seen that.
We need more people like that. There's some people that have seen it, but I've seen this on Instagram the other day.
Send me that video. Find it and send it to me.
All right, I'll try finding it. It was a coach. It was a kid going in there with a trench coat and a shotgun. He just talked the kid out of it. He grabbed the gun from him and handed it to someone else and just gave him a hug. And I think that's what people are missing nowadays is just straight up love, that we don't show them it, and then we just feel useless. So we feel like we need to get this attention and just go out in a big ball of glory. I don't know why people think that's glory.
That is
It's
my
just,
intention, in a way, because I am friends with a lot of people at school. I don't hold many. I only hold a grudge against one person in this world, but I will not
You're not supposed
disclose.
to
I
hold a
will
grudge
not
against anyone.
give out that information. But
I understand.
they don't go to this. They don't.
Hold a
They
grudge
don't go to
against
school.
anyone.
But
You're a piece of crap.
thing is, I don't hate anybody. I see no reason to hate anybody. I'm cool with everybody at school. Everybody knows that. You guys know that. Like,
Pretty friendly guy.
I'm
Yeah.
friends with some of the weirdest people at school, and even the most ghetto people I'm friends with. Cause like I don't care
I
where
think
you
that's
I don't care where you
one of the
come
best
from. Cause
qualities
at
about
school
you.
I don't care where you come from. Cause at school, I mean, we're all the same. It's only when we
Just
go
one
back to our
kid.
lives at home that we defer.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to bring that into school and then kill people, you know.
I was just gonna make a great point about that because you're right. Because we're all just a bunch of kids that are just trying to make it by. You know, just trying to get our education and move on to the next thing. You know, and trying to get sometimes just trying to get recognition for some people. So I think that's a great point.
Recognition and fame. I think that could fall into the same category. People are
I
always
mean, everyone's
looking
trying to get
for
recognition and fame.
clout,
Everyone is.
as they call it.
Because there's always gonna be someone at our school, that is just gonna want something more that he can't have, and it's not always gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be handed to you in life.
Yeah, you gotta work for it. You gotta, put in the effort. So.
And some people
I like
some
that
people
message.
gotta learn that your parents aren't going to hand you everything.
You know,
And that's another good point too.
I know we started talking about school shootings and threats and all that, but there's something that it's called teenage depression. And I say teenage depression because I don't think teenage depression
That word is overused.
I don't think teenage depression is actual depression. I think they're just caught up in everything that's forced on them that, it's putting a lot of stress. Like, so we have 8 periods of class a day. And if you are in band or football, in which that's my case, I'm in band and football. So I'm in band. I gotta learn music.
Or if you go to church, you got 9.
Yeah. And then you have chemistry, algebra. What are the other ones? I can't think right now. History,
Geometry,
English, and you just have
economics.
all this work and homework due by a set deadline.
And if you don't get it, you fail, and you have to do it again.
Yes, exactly.
And it honestly does put a lot of pressure on most of these students because at home it couldn't be the best situations, and if you do have it, honestly be thankful for what you got, and because most students don't have that privilege of having someone at home. Some students go home being sad and not having a parent there, so it builds up a lot of pressure and anxiety.
And most teachers at our school and in the U.S. don't even try to motivate the students. Like, say a student gets like a shit ton of homework, and they take it home and they look at it and they're just like, they're sad. They're I want to say depressed, but then I'm just contradicting my beliefs. They don't have the motivation to do it, and their parents aren't motivating them. They don't have siblings to motivate them, and so when they don't do it, they go to school and they get in trouble by their teachers, which just worsens the situation.
Yeah, but I also think that it's also hard to tell nowadays because most of these people, honestly, are just fake. They're fake depression.
Exactly. That's it. That's exactly what I want to get into.
They're just wanting attention.
Listen.
Yeah.
There's a big problem with specifically girls, women, and quick disclaimer, we are not sexist. We do not have anything against women.
We're not
This is just something that we want to express our opinion.
I literally have a girlfriend, and I'm texting her currently.
That has nothing to do with fucking equality or anything like that. But okay.
Okay, Caleb. But we're gonna start talking about this, and if you don't want to hear it, if you're gonna get offended, please just skip to the next one or just exit the video now, because it's not worth the heart. It's not worth the headache. If you don't like what we say, just go away, because it's not worth your headache. It's not worth. We're not worth your time. Not worth the headache. Okay. I hate 14-year-old girls, 14, 15-year-old girls who act depressed. Now, I know people who have been genuinely depressed, and they act nothing like people who are fake depressed.
Yeah.
But then again, and then
experience, I've seen so many people do that shit.
The reason more people are taking their own lives and committing suicide is because nobody notices the depression. Because people think people who are fake depressed are actually depressed. People who act depressed take all the attention from people who actually are depressed. And then they end up going the extra mile.
Because speaking from first-hand experience, I actually know what it is like to be depressed. And it's honestly terrible. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. And I did it. I did try grabbing attention from people because I wanted attention, and no one focused on me. So at a point, I realized that I was depressed and I wanted attention. And then, like, the very next day I did it, and I tried, like, getting people's attention. I felt like, man, what the hell am I doing? Like, legit, what am I doing? I'm just trying to get attention right now. And especially because I was in such a dark place, bro. I really thought, like, at one point I was going to kill myself because of this shit. Because it was just one bad thing after another. It was just one bad thing after another. It was, death, prison, court dates, fucking girlfriend shit it was a whole bunch of things that I just, like, all went downhill for me in my freshman year. It led to me failing almost everything in my classes. I didn't pay attention to anybody. My teachers didn't help me. My friends were there at least for me, though. I appreciate the real ones that were there. And if you're listening and you know who you are, you know who you are. And it's honestly, I didn't post about it. I didn't tell anybody about it. I kept to myself, and I only told my true friends if I was depressed. And I think that's how people should honestly handle it nowadays. If you're really depressed, go tell your friends. Go tell your parents. If you trust them with that, then you're talking to the right people. But if you're going to your fake friends, your real fake friends, and they just say, oh, it'll get better, and that's it, they'll leave you with just something like that, something fake, like fake love, don't trust them. And trust me, you'll find out who they are real quick.
That was amazing. Thank you for that speech. And to add on to the fake friends category, I want to say this, and I pray to God that what I'm about to say goes viral. And this is what my mom told me. And my mom, she's very, very smart, knows a lot about this, because she works at a juvenile and deals with a lot of fake depressed people. And some who actually are depressed, but people, and I'm not going to say girls because there are guys that do this. Like, if you slit your wrist or whatever, first off, I don't know, this is a side note, I don't know what the deal with that is. Okay, I was talking to a person and they cut their wrist and I was like, okay, what's the point of that? And she was like, it takes the pain away. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that.
It promotes pain away, but it's physical. Like, you're trading pain for pain.
But listen,
I can understand
that. Back in the 1980s, 70s, if you cut yourself, you were considered crazy. You had a mental illness. Now it is popularized. It's cool to cut yourself. Not really cool, but people do it for attention. They act depressed and they cut themselves for attention. They are begging for attention. I like to call them attention whores. That's what most of these girls are. Most of these girls and guys who do it, girls and guys, anybody who does it, okay, not just girls, okay, let me correct that, not just girls. Girls or guys who do this are attention whores. And people will go to them and be like, "Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Are you feeling okay?" They're just condoning the cutting. You can't... I thought I heard my dad. You can't just... He's gonna come in my room. How much you want to bet?
I thought I heard my dad.
What's up? You're not. What'd I tell you?
What'd I tell you?
And back to what I was saying. You can't just go up to somebody or a friend who is doing this to themselves, self-harming, and try to make them feel better. You have to go up to them and ask them, what the hell are you doing? This is crazy. Please do not do this to yourself. This is not right. Let them know that is not the right thing to do. Because please tell them they are. Please go up to them and ask them what the hell they are doing. Tell them they cannot do that. That is not okay. Because if you go up to them and try to comfort them, it's just giving them attention, and it's just gonna fuel them.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make them want to cut even more.
Adding to that, I remember when I was in summer school, and me and my friend Jose, we were sitting at our table, and he showed me this girl's story, and it was like, what would you do if you seen this on my wrist? And it was a picture of someone cutting themselves. He said, it's too late, I already did it to myself. And it was her whole wrist just covered in cuts. I texted her too. I texted the girl and say, bro, what the fuck are you doing with your life that makes you think that posting that is okay, and why you should even do this? Like, seriously, I called her an attention whore, as you said. And just because it was a girl this time doesn't mean it could be a boy or a girl. We want to make that very specific. It was just a girl.
Yeah, so we need to make that very clear, because today's society cannot differentiate
that
sort of stuff.
Sexism and just a coincidence. So I texted this girl, and she was like, I'm not doing this attention. It helps me. I said, how? She said, I don't know. And nowadays, cutting
okay, that's not funny. I'm not laughing. That's not funny.
Is popularized, and everyone thinks it's okay now to cut yourself. It is not okay. Under any circumstances, it's not okay to cut yourself. You're inflicting self-harm on yourself for no reason other than to help. I don't even know how to explain this. To help your mental health. Apparently, to help your mental health. I don't think leaving sometimes scars on your wrist and potentially accidentally killing yourself is helping your mental health.
Exactly. That's what I bring up with girls who cut themselves. If I see a girl who cut themselves, and I've done this to 2 people in my lifetime. I knew girls who cut themselves, and I'll go up to them and I say, please stop. You don't want to do this, because you're gonna end up cutting a vein and bleeding out.
And I said that to her too, and she was just like, so. And like, I'm telling you right now, girls who say I don't care if I die right now are gonna be the most scared to die if it actually comes to that. Because this girl right now is like, I want to say 13, 14, and especially in the younger audiences, they love the idea of death. I don't know why, but they do. They think, oh my God, death is great.
Okay.
It's great.
Now I am on the subject of girls, because it's mainly girls that do this. Okay, don't think we're sexist, because we're not. It's just basic facts. It's mainly girls that do this. Girls will say, I want to die. I hate my life so much right now. Like, okay, first off, you are a freshman, sophomore in high school. I've seen no juniors and seniors doing this. Trust me. I've never seen a junior or a senior female who posts about wanting to die, unless, they're joking, and obviously joking. But you are a freshman, 14, 15-year-old. You have not even begun your life yet. You're barely starting high school, and you want to, quote unquote, die because you're, quote,
they love
depressed.
The idea of death.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
If you were actually depressed, you'd probably be dead right now, because you would have killed yourself. I'm cutting that out. That was terrible. I'm not saying that.
No, leave it raw.
Yeah, no, leave it raw because that actually brings it's a very sensitive spot because a person in my family was actually depressed because his girlfriend cheated on him while he was I think he was in active he was in reserves and he got deployed. He came back and he found out that his girlfriend was cheating on him with his best friend. And what's it called? He films himself every day, and it started from him being just sad to genuinely depressed. And one of his last tapes, he broke down and started crying. And I think a few hours after the tape ended, he went to a park and killed himself. And I didn't even know him like that, but it honestly still haunts me to this day how people can actually fake being depressed, saying they want to die, show themselves cutting themselves. And honestly, I want to let you know, you are the cancer of our society. You are everything is wrong with our generation. This is why we get made fun of. And I want you to know, if you weren't here, no one would care. Stop.
That is not the right message. If you weren't here, no one would care. That isn't that.
No, that is what I'm saying right now because they think that they want to grab all this attention for themselves right now because they want everyone to focus on them. Yeah, I want to die. I want to die. You don't need to be here. If you're gonna do this with your life, you have no purpose. You have no purpose right now other than just say I want to die because you're fake depressed at 14. You don't need to be here right now. You're gonna do nothing because I know exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna move out of this phase and you're gonna look back and you're gonna look dumb as hell. I know that's exactly what's gonna happen. If you want to die, then do it because I know you're not gonna do it. You're scared. You don't want to die. And the people who say this have everything. They have both parents, no troubled background, food in their stomachs, nice house, good education, lots of friends. They have no reason to be sad. They don't need to be here. When there's real people that are depressed, have plenty of struggles, parents in jail, no food, getting made fun of at school, can't do the work at school, having all this pressure on them, and them being really depressed, not saying anything about this, and then going home and crying, having no one to talk to. I honestly want to let you know you're the cancer of our society and you don't need to be here.
There's also fake depressed people that I know that have the most friends at school.
Yeah. And, like, the people that are the most popular like to say that they have the most, like, going wrong with them when they have everything riding for them. It's just crazy to think about this. If, like, what do you have to really be sad about? That you didn't get the new iPhone? Is that what you're sad about? Is that what it is? Oh, did your best friend talk to someone that you didn't like? Cool.
Did you not get to go to that party that you wanted to go to?
Oh, my bad, Sally. You didn't get to go. Boo-hoo, you should die. I'm so sorry. Like,
Boo-hoo, I didn't go to the party the Friday night that I was off. Boo-hoo,
Yeah.
my life is over. I want to die.
Yeah.
It's silly. It's silly
really
and it
is.
makes no sense.
Yeah. When there's people, like, out here really struggling, and it's actually just crazy. It's just crazy because they don't talk about it. And they just don't show any signs of, like, being unhappy until they're gone.
I'm going on Instagram right now, and I'm going to point out every time I see a female posting on their story about being depressed. I'm literally doing that right now.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You'll probably find one or two already.
I saw a couple of people on their stories say how depressed they were and all that. And literally,
and that's the real thing. That's one of the main things.
I've seen like all of them walk around school and they're happy as can be. They're literally like, my God.
And then they act like they're faking it.
Of mine, which,
and then they act like they're faking being happy. And
no, you're really happy. You're having a good time right now with your friends. No. Like, when I was genuinely depressed, I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't talk to anybody unless they talked to me, like, in person. I didn't text anybody. I kept to myself. And I always, like, had a frown on my face. You know? And it really wasn't helping, too, that I isolated myself. So why are you having such a great time over here looking like you're having the time of your life with all your friends? Like it's good that you're getting happy if you're so depressed. But, like, I thought you were depressed. You said you wanted to kill yourself yesterday, and now you're just having a great time. So, Like, I don't know what's happening.
Can I just point something out? If you are genuinely depressed and you know you're generally depressed, just know that we're not talking about you. Just wanted to point that out.
If you're genuinely depressed, you can
Please
tell.
go
You tell
talk to
the fake ones from the
somebody
real
and
ones.
don't be saying shit like, I've already tried it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
If you're if you're actually depressed and actually try killing yourself, call the suicide hotline first before you.
It's in the description. Please go.
Yeah.
Please
And
go.
you can
Call
tell the
that
fake
number.
ones. You can tell the fake ones because they'll post it on their story, and you can tell. You can tell a fake one from a
You
real
ever
one.
seen a girl post Bart Simpson edits? That's a fake depressed girl right there.
Mhm. Yeah. Like.
Okay, if you were actually depressed, you're not gonna post that sort of stuff. Okay, genuinely depressed people are not gonna take the time of day to post, save a Bart Simpson edit to their phone, and post it. Okay, because if you're depressed, I genuinely think that you wouldn't believe that that's worth your time.
Yeah, like if you're genuinely depressed, I like to remember using that word a lot, but it's so like mixed up nowadays, and there's so many people saying they're depressed that you have to actually say genuinely depressed now instead of just saying depressed. That if you really are depressed, why are you having the time of your life at all times whenever you're seen in person, and then the next day on your story posting, oh, I want to die, I want to kill myself. And then you go to every possible...
There are girls like that at our school. They have boyfriends who spoil them. They have parents who spoil them. Okay.
Yes.
If I had a girlfriend right now and I wanted to hang out with her, I'm not allowed to have a girlfriend at my house. Okay. Yeah. My parents have never told me that, but I know damn well that I'm not allowed to have a girlfriend at my house. But
at least not while you're alone, right?
we have girls at our school whose parents let their boyfriends come over, spend the night, knowing damn well they're teenagers, they're gonna have sex and do all that shit. And they walk around school with their boyfriends all happy and shit. Like acting like the happiest they could be, having the time of their lives, and then posting on their story like, oh my god, I want to die, I want to fucking die, fuck my life.
I have nothing
stuff
and
like
no one
that.
to live for.
It takes all the attention away from people who are actually depressed.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people at our school that know about this and probably know people like this and don't do anything. I honestly want to let you know that you should speak up immediately. Like, tell these people it is not cool, it is not funny, and this should be taken seriously. This is a serious topic in our generation now, because our generation overglorifies sadness, depression, suicide, and just wants the attention. That's what it is more. Depression equals attention now. That's all they want. They want medication when they be medicated.
Quit being attention whores. Bottom line.
Like,
let the people who are actually depressed get the attention. Please.
Right.
Help out our society. Quit begging for attention like this. If you want attention, put it on. You might as well just put it on your story. Might as well just put it on your story. Please give me attention, because that's basically what you're doing. You're just not doing it the right way.
Yeah. You're just trying to reword it into a better way to make you now look like a total jackass and see, like, the true colors of you. If you do this, you're showing your true colors by just saying, I'm depressed, I want to kill myself, and then the next day being happy as hell. You're showing your true colors. You're showing how desperate you are for just attention. Jesus.
I've been scrolling through my story trying to find these girls, and I can't find none of them. I follow too many famous people. I follow too many famous people.
I'm gonna real quickly add on to the fact of the fake depressed people. Yeah, if they're actually fake, if they're faking being depressed, you're a douchosaurus rex.
I thought those weren't extinct.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say for that topic, at least. But, like, I think I want to leave this for the last note of this. if you have real depression, you could hit me up any time of the day. I will honestly talk to you, have a real conversation with you, and actually see how you're doing. You can hit me up anytime. You can hit me on my Instagram.
I'll put his Instagram in the description box below, as well as mine and Caleb's.
You know, because we all right here, we have all, at least at one point of our life, been genuinely depressed. We know what it feels like, all right? Everyone in this, right now in this podcast, have been through one thing or another.
Even if you are fake depressed, we are sure that you have been genuinely depressed in your lifetime. We know.
At one point.
Even if you're fake depressed too, hit me up, and then we can figure out why you want to be fake depressed. You know.
And I want to say this again. I want to say this again. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, and you are genuinely for real depressed, but say you do post about it and you do post those Bart Simpson edits, please, just understand, we're not talking about you. We are talking to our audience. But if you're really depressed, we're not talking about you. If you're fake depressed, we are talking about you.
And you know who you are. Don't think, yesterday my dad yelled at me. That doesn't mean you're really depressed. That means you did something wrong and you got yelled at. You got punished for it. Whoop-de-doo, get over it. Stop crying it. Stop crying. Own up to what you got to do. All right? Own up to what you did. Jeez. Man. Next topic. Next topic.
That's a very smooth transition, Anthony.
It's just like, I'm getting too stressed out over this. Let's move on.
It's just so annoying. You know what I mean? Like, honestly.
Yeah.
It's honestly terrible. So I think
we have another topic. Would you
hit a girl?
Yeah.
Would you hit a girl for being fake depressed?
Would I hit a girl being fake depressed? No.
No. I mean, it is very very, very frowned upon for a male to hit a female.
Well, but it's perfectly okay for a female to hit a male. No, it is not. It should go double standard.
Exactly. Like, and no, we're not talking about little relationships where a woman walks up to the man and they play fighting and all that. That cute shit. The cute shit is allowed. Okay.
But we're talking about
But if a girl goes up to a guy and hits him with the intent of doing physical harm, I do believe a guy can hit a woman from not man to woman, but human being to human being.
Yeah.
Okay? A female tiger is a male lion is not gonna not attack a female tiger for attacking him, you know, if that makes any sense. We are human beings. Yes, we are an advanced species. Yes, we have all this technology and stuff that no other species could even conceive in their mind of creating. But to the end of the day, humans are animals too. And humans are going to fight. Humans have the natural instinct as well of survival. So if a woman comes at a man with
a knife, something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, if she has a knife, that's just common sense. Yeah, smack that bitch. Or a gun, yeah. Or a gun. No, if she has a gun, run away. But no, but if she has no weapon, if she comes at you and has the intent of harming you and strikes at you, I do believe that it would be right in self-defense to strike her back. Now, there are limits. Now, if you're like a 6'6", 240 built muscular and she's 5'2", scrawny, and she comes up and hits you, that's just like
fucking abuse. It's just abuse.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
That should be considered child abuse.
Yeah, but
no, all jokes aside,
I believe that to a certain degree.
That's crossing the line. But if she's like, what's that woman's name? What's that female UFC fighter's name?
Ronda Rousey.
Shall know, I guess. Well, if she comes
Yeah.
up to a man about her size and slaps him and starts beating him with all force, I do believe it would be necessary for him to fight back.
Yeah, I believe that. That's actually what I mean. If a girl is like trying to wail on you, bro, I think you have the full right to hit her back. I think, like, especially, I don't like that females think it's surprising if you're beating on a guy and he hits you back and you're like, oh, I can't believe you hit me. What do you expect me? I'm not just gonna let you beat me up. I'm like, if it was just one slap, or if it was like one slap because you did something wrong, like seriously wrong, I think that's completely unacceptable to hit a female back. But if it's like she's wailing on you, trying to physically beat you up, I think you have full right to hit her back.
Now,
Or just
if you cheat on a girl and she gets really mad at you, then you deserve that beating.
Yeah,
But if she's just crazy, and she's coming at you with a pencil trying to stab you in your throat, hit her back.
Johnson style.
yeah, I completely agree with that. Because like females nowadays, do what's it called? This is gonna be another topic I want to talk about later.
Feminism.
But fake rape accusations.
Feminism. That can be in the next episode.
Fake rape accusations and like
the next podcast.
fake rape accusations and fake domestic abuse accusations are like too common nowadays, and especially when a man doesn't do anything, and a female can end a whole man's career. I think it's completely acceptable nowadays to hit a female back if she's just wailing on you, because they lie. They constantly can completely ruin a man's career if they want to with one word.
Can we talk about that high school kid? He was in high school, okay? He was just about to enter adulthood. He was just about to start his life. He was a football star, okay? Hold up. Don't say anything because this is my topic, ho.
I started this topic. What are you talking about?
Anthony started the topic.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. Football star.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's funny too. Now the word can ruin a man's career, even if he's proven like he was innocent. The damage was already done. And I can
okay.
I'm not gonna say
Brian
this right
Banks. I think Brian Banks is his name.
I already have a whole story lined up about it, but can you say your story first? Can you say something?
1 second.
Well, then I'm gonna say my story then. I don't know if any of y'all watch WWE.
Okay.
This is a pretty old story.
Brian
cut off
Banks.
my story.
Listen. Brian Banks was a star. He was a football star in high school, okay? And he was just about to start his life, just about to go into adulthood, when some woman who, I don't know why, there's obviously an answer why somewhere on the internet. I'm not looking that up. I'm too lazy. But she accused him of rape for some reason. And even when he didn't do it, okay, she confessed that she made the thing up. But for some reason, there obviously was no evidence if he didn't do it. But they believed her. Why? Because she was a woman. So there was no evidence to prove that he did this, and he spent 6 years in prison. Ruined his life. Well, almost ruined his life. I'm reading here
I think that should really be a crime nowadays, because women lie about rape so much. Because rape can be 20 different things now. If a guy looks at you wrong, that's rape. If a guy, you don't like this guy, that's rape. If a guy talks to you the wrong way, that's rape. If you don't like him, that's rape. And it's so crazy that even if you're proven innocent, your career is almost always completely done with one accusation. And it's just crazy because the woman's always right, apparently. And I really think it should be a crime, a really heavy crime. If you were caught lying about rape, that you should serve at least, 10 years, because you ruined this guy's career or female's career. It doesn't matter. If it's a woman on woman, you're ruining this woman's career. If it's especially dudes, it will ruin a dude's career. And I have a storyline about that. I'm gonna let you finish your topic though. What you're saying, Lane.
it won't just ruin their career; it'll ruin their entire
I'm
life.
reading here that he was actually signed with the Atlanta Falcons, so he didn't really completely ruin his life, but he did spend 6 years in prison, and
Yeah, that.
I wouldn't want to be in prison for a day. For 30,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in prison for a minute. He spent 6 years in prison for something that he didn't do. But they believed her because she was a woman.
Yeah.
And she accused him of rape.
Yeah, and another story, I don't know if you guys heard about this guy. His name's Enzo Amore. He was at the peak of his career. You know, he just won a title in WWE. One girl said he raped me, immediately got fired, lost his title, and went to the bottom of the barrel. And he had to prove he was innocent, too. He didn't have it. He proved he was innocent. He won the case. He could never get signed back with WWE. He lost his multi-million-dollar career that he wanted and strived for his whole life, and it was gone just like that for something that he didn't do. And I think that's crazy.
Yeah,
He was proven innocent. He was proven innocent, and he still couldn't even get his job back.
I think just because of that, I think women have too much power in today's society. When it comes to that, when it comes to crime and rape accusations, women have too much power in that area. All they have to do is say, "He raped me," and their life is ruined.
Yeah, and especially because they always want equality now. And I remember seeing this on YouTube.
Well, that's a topic that's been widely looked on for centuries. I mean, women have been we have not been equal to women, or women have not been equal to men forever, basically. And still today, there are jobs and stuff where women will do the same as men and get paid less, and that's not right. I think if a woman does the same job as a man and she does it, let's say if a man does a job good and a woman does the same job just as well, I think they should get paid the same.
Yes, but
there was a woman who
more hours and more overtime than women. That's why they get paid more. All right, that's just statistically. More men do more hours. Females usually would rather be at home. That's just a fact. That if you looked that up right now on Google, it is a fact. You can look up the statistics anywhere. Men usually take more hours than females. That's just a fact.
Well,
so I think that
more females are at home taking care of children. That's just their role. And of course, women, you can get a bigger role if you want to.
You can.
You can be a stay-at-home. Men can be stay-at-home dads.
Mm-hmm.
Women can be stay-at-home moms. Okay.
But it's more likely it's going to be a stay-at-home mom.
Exactly. It's more common to see stay-at-home moms than you see stay-at-home dads.
Yeah, I think it's just crazy how feminism and social justice warriors.
Feminism. Feminism. In my eyes, feminism is a great thing. It's a great cause. It's a great movement for equality, but
there already is equality.
But feminists who do not understand feminism have absolutely wrecked it, ruined it. Back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, feminism was the movement to start equality, to get equal rights for women. Now what feminism is if you're a man, you can't have your legs open more than 3 inches apart. Women have ruined feminism.
What they want is just equal rightism, but not equal responsibilities. I got quiet.
Well, I think you got that from a meme.
No, I didn't get that from me.
Okay.
If it's a meme, it's a meme, but no, I think they honestly just really want, what's it called, equal. They already have equal rights.
There are certain women who call themselves feminists who think that just because their genitalia happens to be the X chromosome, is that right? The X chromosome? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. It's been a whole year since I've been beyond. There are women who think just because they are female, means that they can get whatever they want by protesting, and they call themselves feminists. And those are the women that are honestly ruining actual feminism, because actual feminists who stand up for the right thing, fighting for women's equality, are getting what's it called, overshadowed. They're getting towered over by these so-called feminists who believe that they can get whatever they want by protesting men.
Yeah. I honestly think that, like, they want all the good stuff of being a man and none of the responsibilities. I said that earlier with the equal rights and less of the responsibility, but they already have the equal rights. That's the funny thing. They do. They would want all the better stuff of being a man. Like, and I think that's just crazy that all the women can just protest this and then think they're going to get to be a man, per se. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about, but that's what I mean. Is they want everything good about being a man, but none of the responsibilities.
And what exactly are the responsibilities?
Like paying, like if you go on a date, you got to pay for the meal. I mean, it's not always.
I think the person who offers the date should be the one to pay, because a woman can easily, or a man can easily, or a woman can easily ask somebody out on a date, have them pay, and then never ask them out on a date again. It's basically free dinner.
Yeah.
So I think if you ask, you pay.
It's like all the good stuff of being a dude, you know?
If you ask, you pay.
Yeah. And that's another thing about women. And they always assume all men are like rapists too. I think that needs to be rethinked about.
Well, not all women think that, but there are.
It's not always that they're a rapist. It's that they're a tool and they're,
they think all dudes are like, what's it called, rapists, and
misogynist.
Like think we're all like this, misogynistic. No, like there's a lot of good dudes, and I bet you're just choosing all the bad ones. It's your fault. You're choosing the bad ones. And there's probably that one dude that's your friend, and you probably hang out with him all the time. And you're like, man, all these guys are pigs, and you're the only one that I think is nice. And yet you're choosing all these trash people when you have someone right next to you that's probably cool and nice to you, and that's probably not a misogynist. It's probably really good for you, but you choose to go for all the bad ones. So that's your fault that you meet all these bad dudes. You don't got a good taste for dudes. It's your fault.
Yeah.
I like that comment. Yeah. But yeah, I think that feminism is a great thing. It's just,
it's been ruined by these. It's been ruined by women who
dye their hair and think everything they say is right.
No, feminism is a great thing.
Yeah.
But in recent years has been ruined by women who claim to be feminists, but they think that they can get whatever they want by protesting men.
Yeah.
Real feminists out there. Hey, real feminists out there, we salute you. Keep fighting.
Yeah, because we know that you have to deal with a lot more
women who
bullshit
think
now.
that you can get whatever you want by protesting men. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
We do the same thing.
Yeah.
I love how synchronized you two were with that.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that. And I think
we covered 3 different topics like that right there. We covered rape, we covered hitting a woman, and we covered feminism.
Yay, we talked about rape. Listen to here. No. Okay.
Didn't we talk about rape like more than just once with more than just that topic?
Oh yeah. Of course.
I mean, we started this topic off of is it okay to hit women if they hit you back? If they hit you, I mean. And then it moved on to rape, and then it moved on to feminism.
Well, whatever. We'll listen to it back some time or another. But for now, thank you for listening to this podcast. If you made it all the way through without getting offended, we salute you. If you did get offended along the way, then please feel free to post your opinions in the comments below. I mean, after all, this is America. We just posted our opinion. You can post yours. You can do whatever you want with it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Girl, how are we gonna get an outro out here? I'm trying to think of an outro for the single.
thank you for watching. Thank you for watching three 15-year-olds talk about adult shit.
Random crap.
This has been the Millennial Podcast. We'll see you next time. Looking ass.
Yeah, subscribe. Watch out for the next talk. And we'll talk later.
Thanks for joining our TED Talk.
Quick PS, by the way, please go check out my friend's channel, JSA. Not JSA TV, it's just JSA. Make funny videos going around school, messing with people, doing skits, vlogs, and it's just full on entertainment. Funny as hell. Please go check us out. We really appreciate it. Thank you,
Link
and
in
we'll see you in the
description.
next episode.